Greetings and welcome to the Ruff Greens channel. I'm Dr. Dennis Black, your host, and I look forward to sharing today's story with you. Today's story is about a dog named Bayli. Bayli's owner is Shari B, and they live in Florida. And Bayli came very close to dying just 6 months ago, but now her life is completely turned around. Welcome, Shari.
Thank you.
So we see Bayli on the couch back there. And I assume that I guess the rumor of Bayli's soon demise is not happening. So it seems to me like I heard from someone that 6 months ago you received. Tell us about that day when what prompted you to take her to the vet in the first place?
Yeah, so Bayli just didn't seem to be feeling very well. When I was petting her, like I could feel her ribs. She was seeing that I had a lot of anxiety, and I just thought, well, something's not right. And she kind of did like a choking and kind of like coughing, and I thought, just kind of draws some concern. So I thought I should take her in to get a checkup. And so when I went in there, they had told me that her heart was bad and that she had congestive heart failure, and that it was like a 5 out of 6. And that they gave her like 1 week to live. Wow. And I was shocked because, Bayli's, I thought was super healthy. I feed her like really good food. I thought I went to, I pay a lot of money for her food. It was a grain-free, like all organic, diet. And I only feed her, dog food. I don't feed her.
Well, let's get a little background to her. She's 10 years old.
She's 10 years old. I rescued her when she was a puppy.
Like six weeks old.
Since like 8 weeks old.
Yeah, 8 weeks old. So this was a picture of her when she was taken to the vet back in September. I think that's when she was on her way to the vet, and they said she has 1 week to live.
Yes.
And so. Now, you thought you were feeding the right foods. You thought you were doing all of the right things for your dog, but it turns out, 10-year-old dog, you're having congestive heart failure. What do you attribute that to? Because most people would have no idea what happened.
So when I went to the vet, I kind of asked the same thing. I was like, I don't get this. I was shocked, and they asked me what I was feeding her, and I had told them, it was like a grain-free organic kibble, and they just kind of looked at each other and they had a look, and then they looked away, and I thought there was something strange in the way they looked. So then they said, well, we're going to give you this prescription dog food, a cardio care formula, and and a bunch of medication, so just keep her on that. And just the way they looked at each other made me question something about her food. I don't know why. So I went home and started looking for the food that they gave me, which at the time, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was prescription. I just thought it was I don't know if I can say the name of it.
Yeah, let's not. Let's
no, okay. So, and I was just kind of shocked. So I thought, I'm feeding her, I thought of better quality than that. And so when I started searching for the food, I couldn't find it. That's what it was. I went to all these pet stores and they didn't have it. And then I realized it was a prescription food. So on my journey of searching for food, I ran across some other people talking about diet and like dogs should eat like more of a raw diet and natural food. And so, of course, I came home too and I was very upset. And my dad started Googling and he found Ruff Greens. And he said, you need to try this. So he ordered a bag of that. I got some other raw food from the store, and I just started changing her diet immediately. And so within 2 weeks, I had to go back for another checkup. And she just started, I thought she seemed like she was doing so much better. Like within 2 weeks, I'm like, I'm going to go there. They're going to be like, she's a miracle. Her eyes were sparkling again. She was gaining some weight. Her fur looked better. She had like a skip on her step.
So this is a picture of her when you took her back after 2 weeks of on Ruff Greens.
Yes. So it's like 2 weeks, I could see a huge difference.
Yeah, you can tell the difference between that picture and the first one.
Yeah. So then when I took her back. They were like, well, yeah, she looks great, but her heart is still bad. She's like, all her vital signs came back perfect. But they're like, her heart is still bad, and she is still gonna have, like, you need to expect a sudden death from her. And I was still like, no, I can't take this. So they said, look, I know you're feeding her this raw diet and everything, but we still really recommend that you do this prescription. So I kind of felt bad because I was like, okay, well, maybe I need to listen to them. So I ended up buying the food that they wanted me to buy. I came home, I fed it to her just a little bit, and she started coughing like instantly after she ate it. And I was like, I can't do it. I can't feed it to her. I can't do this. So I threw away like $100 worth of food. And I'm like, nope, I'm sticking with what I was doing, which was Ruff Greens and like this raw food that I had bought. And so I just stuck with that. And I'm like, I'm not going to change. And so now it's been 7 months and she's doing great. She doesn't cough. And instantly after I gave her the other food, by the way, she coughed. She started coughing. And so, yeah, I was like, I can't give this food to her.
So this is a picture of her now, and it looks like she's like prancing around your house.
Yes, she will actually have like a skip on her step. She prances. Her eyes are clear. She's and she loves her food. And before, by the way, with the kibble, she used to take the kibble like in her mouth and go into the family room and drop it. And she'd have piles of kibble everywhere in the house. And I thought that's weird because I thought she's just not a big eater. She must be a dog that just doesn't like to eat. And I'm not used to that because I've had dogs like yellow labs and everything that they love to eat. And so with her, I don't know, I just thought, well, maybe she doesn't like to eat that much. But when I changed her diet, I've never seen her eat like she eats. Like she licks the bowl. I put the Ruff Greens in there and I put her raw kibble in there. I mean, not the raw kibble, the raw food. And she like licks it clean. And I'm like, wow, I've never seen her do that. And so we don't have food all around the house anymore. But she's doing great. Her fur looks, her coat looks really shiny and good. Her eyes are always like sparkling. She comes up to me, she looks me right in the eyes. And
well, we have a club here called the Bottom of the Bowl Club, and we have thousands of members. So, Bayli, you're in good company.
Yes.
Okay, so I think it's safe to say that I don't think Bayli's, just my personal opinion from what I've seen and what I've heard from your written testimony, I don't think we're going to see a sudden event of Bayli's death anytime soon. All dogs leave us, right? They're not here forever. But she looks like she's a part German Shepherd at least, if not full.
She's Australian. Yeah, she's an Australian Shepherd. Like I said, I know she was a rescue, so I don't know exactly, but I know she's like, I think mostly like Australian Shepherd.
Well, we had a guest in the studio last week who had just lost his German Shepherd at the age of 14 and a half. So we can only hope that Bayli can surpass 14 and a half. And you'll have many more years. Yeah, many more years with Bayli. Well, Shari, anything else you want to say?
Just, Bayli and I both really want people to know that if you love your pet as much as, like I love my pet, that really dogs do need a balanced diet with proteins and fats and carbs and vitamins and the omega oils and probiotics and enzymes, because unfortunately the dry kibble just doesn't have that in there. And I didn't realize that's what was causing her heart failure. Yeah. When I looked it up online, I saw that the FDA did a study and they found like 16 grams of food that they still sell today that they are still not asking people to stop feeding their dog. And it's linked to heart failure. So I kind of feel bad that, that could have been a cause of it. So I just want to thank you for creating Ruff Greens and helping me rescue Bayli and save her once again.
Well, that's exactly why we created Ruff Greens, because as you said earlier, the kibble, dog food, is just dead food. There's nothing alive in it. And dogs need live nutrition just like we do. So that's why we created Ruff Greens. As a matter of fact, we've created a new Ruff Greens product. It's called Ruff Greens Vita Bites, and it's a little soft chew, full daily dose of Ruff Greens. You don't even have to mix it with their food. You just hand it to them and they eat it, and it's golden. So we'll be sending you a bag of those as soon as they come off the line.
That would be awesome. That would
Okay.
be so awesome.
Well, Shari, keep us posted. Let us know. Check in time to time and let us know how Bayli's doing. And we're really happy for you. Honestly, we really are.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Well, if you liked that story, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Share it with other people. Like it. And help us build this channel, because we're trying to save the dogs of America one dog at a time. And today that dog is Bayli from Florida. Thank you.